Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame. Before I get started, I don't want nobody to come at me sideways because the way I'm gonna turn and stuff, you're gonna see stuff. Somebody might try to think and try me and think that I just have no edges, but I do. I gather up parts and I finger coil them, and that is what you see. So I don't want nobody to try to come at me. I do have edges. Although I had an accident, a chemical explosion that happened to me years ago, most of my edges have grown back and I have edges, so I don't want anybody to try to come me sideways about it. Anyway, y'all, this is the recap review of Greenleaf. I want to do two of them, two recaps. I can't do it because I'm actually about to be on my way to work, and I needed to make sure that I was ready before I even did these to make sure I can get to work on time. Y'all, anyway, the episode started out with Grace being on the deck, and you could tell that she's just in her feelings and she is trying to, reflect on what's going on with her son. Y'all already know AJ ain't trying to see her, so she's in her feelings about it, and understandably so. So Darius rolls up on her. He is actually bringing her some coffee. Rick Fox is fine. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, in the past, every now and again when I would bring up Greenleaf. But Rick Fox is fine for no reason. It don't even make no sense. And I mean, he been fine to me. I used to watch him play basketball. So, Rick Fox has been on my radar of the fineness that he is. But anyway, it's you would think, okay, he older, something about to pop off to make him look not appealing in some way. Lies. He looks better with time. I don't know what he be doing. He must have been living his life right for the most part or something. I don't know. Anyway, y'all, he then came and brought her some coffee, and he's like, how are you holding up? How is AJ? He's very attentive, and I live for that. You can tell he really do live for her. And that 3-day hold is about to be up and all of that, and that means he's going to be able to be released. Nobody knows what AJ is going to do at this point. So he was like, look, I just want to thank you for the tip, which was, of course, Eden Bail Lending. Y'all know that call she received last week. And, he was like, well, she was like, oh, okay, look at you. Got a free trip to Vegas? And he was like, yeah, not exactly. I paid for my own ticket. So she's confused. Y'all, he done got fired from his job. So she's like, what you mean? Y'all, he got fired because Bob got to him. Well, them, the people who he was working for. Y'all already know. He trying to have everybody in his back pocket. He trying to run for the Senate or something. He doing the most. He knows what you have to do in order to get to higher positions. So he's trying to play all of his cards right now. So that's what's going on with that. Y'all, excuse me, y'all, I'm choking. Excuse me. I should have had me some water over here anyway before I go. Y'all, so he was like, look, despite that, I'm still going to go out here and follow the lead. That, both of them were curious about what it was. They both Googled it. Didn't really come up with much of anything, but he's like, look, despite there not being a building or whatever, there is some stuff out there that I can go through and research, and that's what I'm going to go out there and do. So he's still going to book his flight, and he's going to go. That's what it is for that. Y'all, Carissa that came in the bedroom where Jacob was sleeping and then pulled the shades back, the curtains, whatever, and sun beaming on in his eyes. I'm like, girl, why? Why? Y'all, Jacob tired of his spirit. He tired of her. I've been tired of her, ever since the first season came on when she was on it. It's just something about her. It just always stirred my spirit. But anyway, she over here trying to read him because she about to go to work, and y'all already know he ain't got no job right now, and they're going through the divorce, and she was like, see, this is why I'm going after primary custody of Winky. And I'm like, girl, what is you talking about? She was basically she basically was in her feelings because he did not jump to what she said to him, which was, I got to go to work today and I got to meet with somebody after that. And so I'm going to need for you to go pick him up from Chess or whatever. She was expecting him to be like, okay, yes, honey, I'll do that. He literally just was awakened out of his sleep less than 30 seconds ago. Girl. Anyway, But yeah, I'm tired. I'm so tired of her, y'all. So tired. But anyway, y'all, Bishop and Lady Mae are downstairs brainstorming because they want to come up with a name for the church. Y'all, Bishop keep coming up with stuff that is already in existence. I'm talking about to the point where stuff is down the street and he's naming it off. And I'm like, Lord, this dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever it's finna be, I'm just tired. Like, I don't want it for him. But y'all already know that's the direction that they're going in. I know that's real life. I understand. I appreciate the realism, but I don't like that for him. I don't. But anyway, y'all, they end up, asking Charity to sit down for a minute. And before then, Lady Mae was like, look, we have bigger pressing issues at hand that have to be discussed. And she was like, you need to go get a physical. You need to go to the doctor. He done jumped up out of the chair. I'm as fit as a fiddle. I'm as fit as a racehorse. Then went off. And she was like, yeah, and they drop dead every day. And I'm just like, why? I understand how it is, as far as everything is portrayed in the Black community. And a lot of Black people do need to get out of that mindset of, I'm good. I ain't nothing ever happened to me before. I eat how I want to eat. I do what I want to do. And nothing happened to me before or whatever. But he literally had a heart attack in the pulpit. And he is of age. He is of a older age. And I'm going to need for you to understand that ain't nobody got time. And I mean, yes, in a lot of cases, all you have to do is eat right, do what you're supposed to do. But a lot of people are not about certain lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even going to get into the logistics and all of that. But, y'all who know, y'all know what it is. So anyway, y'all know he ain't doing none of that. So he need to go somewhere and get on somebody's plan. And be seen. Y'all, they end up asking Charity to sit down, and they offered her the associate pastor's position at their church. So when it is up and running, they want her to do that. She was like, well, I already got that position at this job. So and they looking at her like, girl, why are you trying to make it seem like you really finna do something like that and you ain't? And y'all, they were in the middle of talking. Y'all, I gotta say it the way Lady Mae said it. Lady Mae was reading. Lady Mae was like, why are you sitting up here dealing with this shell of a church? Or whatever she said. Like, she was reading that church down. And husk, hull, whatever of a church. And then she was like, I don't understand why you insist on pandering and dealing with that greasy Negro feel. And she called Judy a wrinkled up white asparagus of a woman. I hollered. I was done. I was like, what are we not gonna do this? Y'all, anyway, so Jacob ended up going back over to see Tasha Skanks because he wants to have her accompany him to Basie Skanks' sister's house. Now, this isn't the sister that we met before. That is LaToya Luckett's character. This is another sister of theirs or whatever. Y'all, he just really wants to know what she thinks as another party that he's never met that actually is another person who is related to the father that was killed. He really wants to know if she thinks that his father had their father killed. Zora and Sophia are at the house talking, and they seem to be on decent terms at the moment. Zora has taken it upon herself to remove all of the racy photos that Sophia ain't had no business ever sending to that dude. And it seems as though no matter which way you try to go at it, nobody will be able to access it unless you were smart enough to download it or screenshot it. So I'm pretty sure somebody has it somewhere, but whatever. Y'all, so Sophia gets up and she gets this gym bag and she was like, are these Nikki's? And she was like, mostly. Why? Y'all, she proceeds to throw clothes in the trash can. She was like, what are you doing? I said mostly, because she actually started throwing some of Zora's stuff in the trash. Y'all, Nikki walk in. She see it going down. She was like, what you doing with my stuff? Leave my stuff alone. They start going back and forth. Y'all, for whatever reason, Sophia said something about that girl's breath. That girl said, yeah, I felt like I should go ahead and put something in my mouth before I came over here so you would be reminded of what you would never have again. I was like, ma'am, what we're not going to do is this. Y'all, they started fighting. I was just like, why? Y'all, but it did get to a point where Zora, broke it up and told Nikki to get out and never come back. Y'all, and before all of that was over with. When they really, really started fighting, this heifer had the audacity to say, well, at least I can have kids, and walked off. No. So anyway, after it was all over, Zora tried to reassure her that, she wasn't the one who told her that information. And, Sophia ain't really trying to believe that. You could tell by the look on her face. Y'all, Noah came by the Greenleafs and he was talking to them. And of course, Grace was there. And they had a brief conversation before they went into a deeper conversation. But, as always, they are very, very happy to see him. They still have not been permitted to see him per his request, AJ's request. So they in their feelings. Y'all, anyway, Charity done went to work. Phil done approached her, and the way that he was talking to her, she instantly thought they wanted her to preach it. So she perked up for a second. And I think this was going to be like the last sermon or whatever that's going to happen, last service that was going to happen before they go into the gymnasium down the street. And she was just like, oh, okay. Y'all, he was like, oh, no, yeah, it's the welcome. And so she was like, well, that sounds like something Judy should be doing. Why is it that y'all want me to do that? Y'all, it's a mess. I can't. And so she was like, when am I going to preach? Because that's what I'm here to do. I'm a preacher. I'm not trying to do the welcome. And so he was like, I'm working on it. I'm going to talk to Bob about it. He keep on pussyfooting around saying that he going to do this and do that. I'm going to go through Bob. I'm going to talk to Bob. I'm going to get it done. Whatever. Anyway, it took you 20 years. Took you 20-something years to get to the position that you think you at. So Charity dumb if she think that you're going to get something done for her. I said what I said. So anyway, back at the Greenleaf house, everybody's talking to Grace and Noah, and it's pretty bad because Lady Mae is doing the most. She is throwing out at Grace left and right. It's like, girl, we all know that Grace got rid of AJ back in the day. We know that happened. Cool. We all know that Noah did not know that he had a child until now. She keep on throwing out. It's to the point where Grace cannot even take it anymore. She done left out of the room. Bishop and his feelings towards Mae anyway. So he done got up and left. And you can tell he mad. So he chases after Grace and was trying to talk to her and was like, yeah, your mama talking nasty. You know how she do. Or whatever. I get where you coming from. I know you frustrated, but we're gonna get through this together. Y'all, Tasha and Jacob ended up going and meeting up with the sister. And it was at a place called New Revelations Memphis Mission to see because at first, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I was getting confused. I was like, did they say daughter? But yeah, she is the daughter to the man who was killed, which is Basie Skates' daddy. Y'all, anyway, AJ ended up calling Sophia and he wants to see her. So he has summoned her to the hospital and she's going to go later on. The Greenleafs are, going over plans for some stuff. Y'all, Charity is at work. And, Phil, at the last conversation, he had a conversation with her and was like, I need your help with something. Can you do this for me? And he wanted to know what she could do to contribute to the music ministry because y'all already know Carlton left. Carlton tied his spirit. He was like, what we're not going to do is this. And so he left. And she was like, I'll do what I can do. Charity dropped off like 6 months worth of music that she deems, okay, that, she would like to be on Showcase. And so she gonna leave, go about her business. Judy want to be petty and was like, I need your opinion about something. I need your suggestion. I want your opinion. And she was like, what do you think about this? This is the ring that Phil gave me. And I understand that it's mom's and it has sentimental value, but, I don't know. And so she was like, I thought it was perfect. Which, of course, I'm pretty sure Judy was easily able to infer that ring was definitely on her finger before it was on hers. But yeah, I was like, Lord, please stop. Y'all, Grace and Noah are at the hospital when Sophia arrives. And she looking like, what you doing here? She was like, AJ asked to see me. And, she went on ahead, introduced who she was going to be so they could let her back. She went back there to see what he was talking about. So they were able to embrace. And, she was like, what did I do to be so special to be the only person who could get back here to speak to you, to see you, see what's going on or whatever. So y'all, they keep going back and forth. And Y'all, they take a while to get to the point, and we'll get to it. Y'all, anyway, Phil done rolled up on Charity. And she done snatched away from him and was like, you don't have that right anymore. I was like, girl, you know you was happy to get any type of touch that man was giving you. Even now, you live for men too much. I just need for you to stop. So anyway, he was like, I just hope that one day we can get back to the place that we were before, where we could talk about anything. And she was like, you know, he performs miracles and all that or whatever, but you know, I'm pretty sure that's something that will never happen. Yo, Tasha and Jacob, you know, they've done what they've done. The sister said that she does indeed feel as though Bishop had something to do with them getting killed. He was the one who called and got their daddy killed, told him to go to church, and had that not happened, their daddy might have still been alive. So they have actually returned back to Tasha's house. He then drove her back to the house to drop her off. And before she get out of the car, she was like, you know, did you ever like me? So he was like, what? She was like, did you ever like me? And he was like, yes, I did like you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, since she got that, she was like, oh, okay. You could tell that she kind of had a sigh of relief, because every time you looked up, it just seemed like everybody been using her. Didn't nobody mean her no good. And so she was like, oh, okay. And so he felt the need to tell her that he was in the process of getting divorced. So she perked up even more. Y'all, she leaned in to kiss Jacob, and he kind of like was like, and so she was like, oh no. He was like, no, we got to do it right this time. I'm gonna wait until after I'm divorced. So she was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. You're a good man, Jacob. You're a good man. I'm like, Lord. Oh, Lord. So y'all help me understand, what in the world was that Judy had the audacity to serve Phil to eat as dinner? I tried to see what it was. I got tired trying to rewind. I was just like, what is it? What is it though? What is it? What is it? Y'all, Phil was tired of his spirit. And so he was just like, yeah, let's just pray let's bless the food and go about our business. Y'all, she acting like she's so happy-go-lucky. She done brought her food around that is sitting next to him. And so she was like, you know, should I lead the prayer or you? And so he was like, you. Lord, she tried to lead the prayer. She tried to pray. The whole time Phil looking like, Phil is tired. I'm so tired of my spirit. Y'all, Carissa is still trying to take the family down. And Jacob was like, look, you got to do what you got to do. So she's trying to understand what he means by what he's saying, because he seems like he's unbothered by all of her threats now. And AJ and Sophia are finally getting down to the meat and potato as to why he is leaving. He done already told her, look, my time is about to be up. I am not gonna be here anymore. I'm going to leave. So she was like, what you mean? Every time I look up, you're running away. A lot of people have stuff going on. I've had my stuff to go on with me. Like, you can't just keep doing this to people. We over here, we care about you. We want to know what's going on. You can't just live in this darkness and not let anybody in. Y'all, eventually she is informed of what's going on, and she goes and tells Grace that he wants to see her. So anyway, before we get to that, Bishop is at the house working out. Jacob rolled up on him and was like, look, can you stop there for a minute? And he took a break, and he, you know, straight up asked him, you know, did you have anything to do with Basic Skank's daddy getting killed? Did you call him that night? And did you, you know, have him, you know, killed or whatever? And so he was like, no, why would you suggest that? I ain't had nothing to do with that. So he was just like, look, I'm trying to get some stuff going. This house, you know, people are saying that this house is not y'all house. He was like, this is our house. I got the will and that approve it. He was like, look, I saw that will, and this one that supersedes that one, and it was actually supposed to go to Daryl James, who was Basic Skanks and them daddy. So I'm working on some stuff right now. I just needed to know what your side of things was. What's going on with that, y'all? So Lady Mae came across an old hymnal that was Charity's. And so she came to her. They were having a moment for once, because normally they'd be going at it. And even when she was a child, she saw herself as a pastor. She had Reverend Charity Greenleaf written in the front of her hymnal. And, you know, I was just like, okay, y'all, this heifer came up on the spot with the name of what the church probably is going to be called. And it's going to be called Eternally Faith Fellowship. And I just can't believe that they had a decent exchange. Y'all, the last scene was of Sophia. Like I told y'all, she came out. And y'all could look at her and tell she was about to cry. Like, she really was on the verge of tears. And she was like, what's wrong? What's going on? And she was like, AJ wants to see you. So she went back there. Y'all, AJ told her that when he was in prison, he had been raped. And the person who raped him gave him HIV. So yeah, everybody that was wondering as to whether or not that's what it was, it is. He has HIV because he contracted it from somebody who gave it to him while he was in prison when they raped him. And that's why he's trying to leave. And he straight up told her off rip, I'm going to tell you this one time, I don't want to discuss it no more. And that's what the information was. Y'all, whew, it was a whole lot, but we got through it. Y'all, I can't wait till next week. Anyway, I am about to head to work. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I will be back later on for Family or Fiance, and it's going to be a lot, and I'm tired. Bye.